Choosing the right speakers for your sound system depends on how you prefer to hear music. Unidirectional speakers radiate sound in a single direction. Omnidirectional speakers radiate in all directions, so the sound bounces off the ceiling and walls. This omnidirectional speaker system has 4 towers, 2 main system towers, and 2 subwoofer towers. The towers contain the drivers that radiate sound frequencies out of the speaker. This computer-guided mill shapes brass sheets into mounting plates for the main system towers. Each of the main system towers contains 6 drivers, 2 tweeters, 2 mid-ranges, and 2 woofers. Each subwoofer tower contains 6 drivers for the lowest human audible frequencies. After the brass mounting plate comes off the mill, workers grind the top surface smooth to prepare it for polishing and chrome plating. The mill then shapes brass rings. These are bases for the woofers, which fit an opening in the mounting plate. Brass is the metal of choice for these parts due to its acoustical properties. For aesthetics, the rings are painted black and the mounting plates are electroplated with galvanized chrome. In this part of the plant, they build tweeters for the main system towers. The first step is to lay strips of resin-impregnated carbon fiber in semicircular molds. After removing the protective film that covers the carbon fiber, they lay foil strips at each end. These will direct heat from the oven to the carbon fiber strips and prevent the resin from flowing out. They assemble the molds and clamp them shut. They place the molds in an oven for 45 minutes at a programmed series of temperatures. This heats the resin in the carbon fiber, stiffening and forming the strips to the mold shape. Using a punch press, workers slice each carbon fiber strip into several thinner strips. They construct each tweeter by gluing 24 of those thin strips to the tweeter's voice coil, a ring made of wound copper wire. They brush silicone in between the strips, coat the entire surface with more silicone, then place an aluminum cover plate on top. They construct each mid-range driver the same way, but with carbon fiber strips that are thicker and stiffer, and therefore radiate lower frequencies better than the thinner, more flexible tweeter strips. Placing the strips with tweezers and aligning them properly with a toothpick requires a good eye, excellent dexterity, and a lot of experience. Like the tweeter, the mid-range driver goes into an oven for 45 minutes through a specific cycle of temperatures. Once the driver comes out of the oven and cools, they glue strips of sound-dampening foam to the inside, sealing the gaps between the carbon fiber strips. This prevents sound from radiating inward rather than out the speaker. They solder the cables that bring the incoming electrical signal that carries the sound frequencies. That signal moves the voice coil up, while the driver's magnet moves it back down. The repeated up and down motion flexes the carbon fiber strips, radiating the sound frequencies. After installing a center rod made of carbon, workers stuff the hollow space inside the driver with sound dampening wool. They pour lubricating oil into a narrow gap in the driver's magnet, then insert the voice coil into the gap. The oil contains iron, so it conducts the electrical signal to the coil. They screw an aluminum mounting plate to the magnet's posts. Then apply a disc of a stiff sound dampening material. They install the tweeter's magnet on the mounting plate, feeding the tweeter's electrical cables, not yet soldered to the tweeter, through the center rod. Next, they'll make the woofers.